Alrighty, what's up guys? Welcome back to a new video on East Coast Manga. So today we're going to be doing the March reading log, or my March reading log. And we don't have a ton of stuff, but a decent little variety. I was actually away on vacation for a lot of this month, or just out of state in general. So it's not a ton of volumes, but it's a decent amount of series and a little bit of variety, some things I typically have not read before, so I definitely want to give my opinions on those. So let's just get right into it though. So this month so far I have read 4 volumes of Fire Punch. So these are the volumes right here. So in total the series is 8 volumes, so I'm about halfway through, and I really enjoy it. It's super dark, not for everyone. It touches on a bunch of different topics. I don't want to get into the story too much because I want you guys to kind of experience this for yourself if you want to check it out. But that, like I said, there's a lot of really dark things that happen in this. There's definitely some similarities to this in Chainsaw Man, but I think this is definitely going to cover. I think this definitely covers some darker topics that Chainsaw Man probably won't get into, if I had to guess. But yeah, if you want to check out a super dark story, I'm only halfway through, but Fire Punch is definitely something to check out. Next we have the Solo Leveling light novel. This was actually really good. I loved reading this. This is the first light novel I've ever read. I have a couple other ones, but I haven't read them yet. And I decided to, when I went out of state, I wanted to bring a couple books with me, like normal books. And this was one of them. And I just kind of took a shot in the dark and checked it out, and it was so incredibly good. I hadn't even read the manhwa or the online or physical. I have the physical, but I haven't read it yet. This is how I just decided to jump into it. And not only is this like a very cool book, it is soft cover. It looks like it would almost be hardcover, but this was such an easy read in terms of getting into the light novel kind of genre. So if you've never read a light novel before, I would highly check this out. This is like a mixture between action adventure plus video games and like leveling up. I mean, the concept for this story is something, and I said this before, maybe on Discord or something like that, but it's like something that as a child you're like, it's such a cool idea, being able to like level yourself up. I feel like this just did it really well. I know some people think it's kind of overrated or whatever, but I think that's more so the people who read a lot of light novels. I don't know, but I thought it was fantastic, and I would definitely check out Solo Leveling, whether it's the manhwa physical or online or the light novel. Next we have volume 1 of It's a War Beto. This was actually sent to me from Jake the Pog, so shout out to Jake, and I checked this out last night. It was pretty good. I liked it. It had some similarities to other shonen. I would say it felt kind of similar to Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan in terms of the setting and like kind of the character, but not exactly. But I thought Pochi, I believe he's a raccoon, is very funny. He's very wholesome. He or she, I don't exactly remember, but yeah, I love that little side character. This is definitely something I'd be interested in picking up some more of if I can get it for a decent price. And just kind of a real quick description, but basically in It's a War Beto, if you haven't heard Jake talk about it before, is kind of this person who is a master of like deception, lying, stealing, violence. I mean, just everything kind of in general. That's basically what an It's a War Beto is. So yeah, if you're looking for something a little different but still in that shonen realm, it's not gonna like dive too far out of shonen, this is definitely a pretty interesting read. It's also decently graphic in terms of the violence, so yeah, that was pretty dope to see. Next we have a manga that is probably going to be a lot of people's videos this month, whether it's a haul, reading log, review, whatever. We have Zom 100 now. Now, I was a pretty big fan of this. I think this was actually a really good first volume. I was a little skeptical because of how hard Bright Stuff and other companies were pushing this. It seemed like it wasn't going to do that great in sales, and all these companies were just trying to push it to get as much volume out as they could. But when I started hearing some people's opinions on it, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess people actually think this is really good. So I picked it up, I read it last night, and yeah, I'll tell you, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I thought the artwork was great. I thought the pacing was really good. It's one of those things where it's not like I Am a Hero. It's not a gritty, dark zombie manga. This is dark. There's violence. There's some, obviously adult themes, but there's also a lot of comedy. This is a very comedy-centered manga, I feel like, as well as trying to also, at least through the first like couple chapters, give this satirical, almost like parody-like viewing of Japanese work culture. And obviously it was very overly exaggerated, but at the same time I feel like the mangaka was trying to make a statement, or trying to, show people like an exaggerated but also kind of not fully exaggerated way of Japanese work and, work and life balance, which is typically not very healthy. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I think you guys should definitely check that out if you have not. yet checked out Zom 100. And the last one, which is actually not a manga, but if you guys are into Stephen King, which a lot of people are who are in the manga community, I'll just give you guys this real quick, but I read Stephen King's Later, and I also posted this on Instagram if you follow me on Instagram, but this is his most recent book, and to be honest, I only picked it up because of how hyped it was and how much people were talking about it. I've never seen so many people talk about a new Stephen King book than this one right now, and I don't know if that's just because I don't really follow a lot of Stephen King people, I'm not sure, but I do have a Stephen King collection, I do enjoy Stephen King books, and this was not one of the ones that I thought really was that great. I think it was good, I think it was enjoyable, it's, you know, relatively shorter, but I mean, I heard people putting in their top 5s and top 10s, and definitely does not belong there in my opinion. I feel like it just didn't have enough meat in there. I felt like everything was kind of like beating around the bush, and I don't know, like until you got to the ending, I just felt like everything was very mellow and not too crazy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little reading log. I'll probably have more next month. But yeah, trying to branch out, read some more different series in my collection. And make sure to let me know what you guys have read this month down below, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.